Alright, what's up guys, it's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about a potential DLC character that I think a lot of people want to see in Injustice 2. And before I do that, I just want to update you guys on my progress for the legendary gear. Alright, so Swamp Thing, I'm working on him still, of course. I have almost everything done. So hopefully, you know, within maybe a week, maybe a couple days, I'll have the legendary Swamp Thing mallet. Who knows, it might take a little bit longer. Of course, the thing that I need the most is the epic gear, but of course, you know, the more mother boxes I get, the more epic gear I could get, etc. That one is the one that's going to take time, but I'm also working on Bane and Batman, and those are, I'm still in the early stages of those, but I think you know, those will be a little bit easier because I'm doing it on the Xbox One, and I have a lot more epic gear for those characters on the Xbox One to be able to, you know, trade or sacrifice. So definitely expect some of that. Maybe in about a week I should be getting the legendary gear for maybe all three characters. Who knows? I'm really trying hard, guys. I'm trying hard to, you know, try to get this out there so I can make some videos on it. Not only that, but I actually really want to play with the Bane legendary gear that does not have any cooldown on his Venom. How does it even work? Could you just go to level 3 and not have cooldown on the Venom with? That's crazy. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, to that, and a lot of you guys really want to see some Bane, so that'll give me a good chance to, you know, actually learn Bane quite a bit once I get that legendary gear. So if you guys do appreciate the effort, leave a like rating on the video. It's always appreciated. So here we go. Rorschach. Rorschach is the most likely Watchmen character that we will see in Injustice 2. You guys know I want Dr. Manhattan, but there's many reasons why he wouldn't fit into this game. And it doesn't have to do anything with gameplay. You know, Darkseid is a character. Darkseid is incredibly strong. I could go on and on. Brainiac. You know, Harley can't take on Brainiac. You know, it's a video game. So it's not the gameplay that that's holding him back. It's just multiple things, in my opinion, especially the gear. So the most likely candidate for actually making it into Injustice 2 from the Watchmen roster is, of course, Rorschach. And there's a couple reasons why I think Rorschach has a great chance of making it into Injustice 2. So the characters right now that we sort of, I don't want to say no for sure, because it's never a sure thing until it happens. Even with like Raiden and all the teases, we were, you know, sort of speculating, is this just too obvious to be true? Until it actually got revealed. So we're not going to get a reveal for these characters until probably late November, somewhere around there, mid to late November, which will go into what I want to talk about as far as like Rorschach. But so far what we know of is the Atom and Enchantress are the most likely candidates for one of the males and the female characters for the DLC. Now, I don't know how they're going to do the Atom, honestly. I don't know how they would do justice to his gameplay, because he does shrink. And how would that work with a fighting game? You know, if you guys ever played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, even though Servbot was not a good character at all, he was an annoying little pest because he was so small that a lot of characters just couldn't hit him with specific moves. Like I said, he sucked, but he was just really annoying to play against. So I don't know what they're going to do with that, but it looks like they've been teasing him a lot in the silhouette and also in the character select screen. And then Enchantress is the other one that looks like is going to be the female character. I think a lot of us could agree that, you know, the silhouette and the character select screen silhouette look really, really similar to Enchantress. So those are the two right now. The third one is the one that we have no idea who this character could be. And it has to be someone who would be huge, right? And I think Rorschach, out of all the Watchmen characters, is the most popular. I think people like Rorschach even more than Dr. Manhattan. So he would definitely be like a huge surprise for a lot of people. And I think he would be very, very welcomed into Injustice 2. Now, a couple reasons why I think he has a good chance of making it. Number one is that Ed Boon had previously tweeted a poll a long time ago asking people if they would want Watchmen characters in Injustice. And of course, by this time, I think NetherRealm knew who they were gonna pick for DLC. You know, he was just like maybe giving a hint, so, or letting people know like, hey guys, there might be a Watchmen character via this poll, because Ed Boon's known to do that. If you guys remember a couple of polls that he's done, you know, he's mentioned, hey guys, who would you want to see more in Injustice 2? And it was characters that were already in the game, you know, so this is sort of a way for Ed Boon to, you know, maybe hint at a character without outright coming out and saying it. So the fact that he tweeted, if we want to see a Watchmen character, most likely there's a Watchmen character in Fighter Pack number 3, and of course the biggest candidate would be Rorschach, or the most likely candidate would be Rorschach. Another thing that leads me to believe that he can make it is, of course, the Doomsday Clock series written by Jeff Johns, who is absolutely amazing, and you know, he's writing this series of comic books for DC, and the first issue comes out on November 22nd. Which would fit perfect if, you know, DC and Warner Brothers want to sort of promote the Doomsday Clock series via a DLC character in a very, very popular DC fighting game like Injustice 2. It would be perfect for someone who's a fan of DC to maybe, you know, get a taste of Rorschach in the game, and then, you know, maybe learn more about him, and then go buy this issue of the Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock comes out on November 22nd, which would fit perfectly at around the time where we would see a Fighter Pack number 3 trailer, because in December, most likely we're going to get the first fighter in Fighter Pack number 3. So right now, September, we got Black Manta. October we get Raiden. November we get Hellboy, and then like mid to late November we get a DLC trailer for Fighter Pack 3. If they do want to, you know, maybe release it a little bit early to go in line with, you know, maybe this promotion for the Doomsday Clock with Rorschach being in as a DLC character. By the way, if you guys don't know what the Doomsday Clock is, pretty much a storyline of merging the Watchmen universe, or not universe, the Watchmen characters and the DC characters sort of like interacting in a universe for the first time ever. And you know, it's a big storyline with Dr. Manhattan and Superman, and you know, a lot of the cast for DC, and of course Rorschach is a big part of the Watchmen, so he's going to be a big part of the series as well. There's actually a really cool animated cover for Rorschach and this Doomsday Clock, where his ink block actually has like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman lined up, and it looks really, really cool. I'll put up a picture somewhere around here, but you know, he's gonna be a heavy part of that series, and I can't wait to read it, man. That's one of the series where I'm really like, yeah, I definitely want to read that, because I'm a huge fan of Superman and Dr. Manhattan, so those two characters, like, you know, maybe meeting and, you know, having some sort of conflict, those like incredibly superpowered characters, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm definitely gonna read that. But if DC wants to maybe, you know, coax NetherRealm and Warner Brothers to maybe bumping up the trailer a little bit closer to November 22nd, which would, you know, fit in line, like I said, with the release of a new Fighter Pack trailer, because of course in December we get the first fighter in Fighter Pack number 3, if it lines up with everything that we've known so far, which is pretty much one character a month. And that would lead perfectly into January for the 2nd and February for the 3rd. And then whether we get more DLC characters after that, that's a topic for a whole nother video. And once we get there, once we, you know, get to that bridge, we'll think about it and we'll make a discussion video at that time. But another thing that I do want to point out, and this one isn't as significant as the other reasons why I think Rorschach is going to make it, but it is a thing, and it's been brought up by a lot of people to myself and on Twitter, which is the Joker's new color. One of his new shaders. Every character got one new shader. Batman got two. But the Joker's new shader is called Rorschach Test. And of course, you know, the Joker is insane, and a Rorschach test is sort of, you know, a test to, you know, test your insanity and what you see in these ink blocks, and to see if, you know, how crazy you are or how sane you are. So it's a normal test, right? And it would be something that, of course, the Joker would get, and he would probably only see bats in the Rorschach. But the fact that they made that, you know, one of his shaders, I think it might mean something, because if you take a look at his other shaders, you know, you have Buzzkill and you have a lot of other different names, you know, sort of doing little puns on clowns, or, you know, talking about clowns. And this one is like completely different, just going straight up Rorschach test. So who knows, maybe it was a way for them to, you know, give a little tease there, similar to Bizarro's world with Superman's like purple color. We got a Bizarro's world color. It wasn't like straight up calling it the Bizarro color, but it was like a little nod towards Bizarro. And then of course we got Bizarro Premier Skin. Maybe this is like a little nod to Rorschach, but it's not called like a Rorschach color. I don't know, but I think that definitely might mean something. But I still think that, you know, based on the other reasons mostly, Rorschach has a really good chance of making it into Fighter Pack number 3. I'll probably give him around a 70% chance of making it into Fighter Pack number 3. So let me know what you guys think. Would you be happy to see Rorschach as a DLC character? Now, I don't know if he would be the guest, quote-unquote guest character, because officially, you know, they're not in the same universe yet, so he wouldn't be a DC character yet until they would do this, you know, crossover Doomsday Clock series. But at the time when the trailer would come out, I think the Doomsday Clock would have been out already, so then you could call him a DC character. So I don't know if there would be another guest character after that. Who knows? It might actually, the Atom might not even be one of the characters. It might just be like Enchantress, Rorschach, and then maybe another guest character. Because I do think that a guest character is more than likely coming to Fighter Pack number 3. It's just not going to be a Mortal Kombat guest character. But they might call Rorschach a guest character. So we're going to have to wait and see. We're not too far off. You know, we're only about 2 months away to see this Fighter Pack number 3 and who the final DLC characters are going to be for this beautiful game called Injustice 2. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.